Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This film is rated M for mature themes, coarse language and brief nudity. Having earned the Best Actress in a Drama Golden Globe Award only a week or so ago with Cate Blanchett's performance, this film has a big place in this year's awards season. So this is Kier's Reviews and this is my review of Tár.
Time is the thing. Time is the essential piece of interpretation. You cannot start without me. See, I start the clock. My left hand, it shapes, but my right hand, the second hand, marks time and moves it forward. However, unlike a clock, sometimes my second hand stops.
Tár is simply one of the best examples of completely controlled mastery in cinema. At an extensive runtime of 160 minutes, this movie proves to defy the concept of time as an audience member, as each sequence in passing never feels like it's as long as it is. Every scene had a purpose and there wasn't a single moment that wasn't warranted. Having almost every scene be 10 to 20 minutes long made the sequential timeline of the story short, but with all of the perfect dialogue that is consistently incredible to watch performed by the cast, it's understandable why there aren't heaps of short scenes, yet it is still able to hold a long runtime. It's a seamless journey through obsession and the dangers of love and attraction, and the way it progresses is bewildering to me as to how perfect this story and themes come together in order to produce one of the greatest movies of the year. Even though it's only January, Tár is a special movie that unfortunately hasn't done well at the worldwide box office, but will remain as one of the most underrated cinematic masterpieces of the decade. Todd Field's direction is focused and calculated to absolute perfection, and I just loved every moment of watching this.
The orchestra was led on the most extraordinary tour of pleasures, because he knew the music, Mahler especially, as well or better than anyone. And he would often play with the form, because he wanted an orchestra to feel that they had never seen, let alone heard or performed any of that music.
Before watching Tár and Babylon, it was obvious to me that Michelle Yeoh or Ana de Armas were my favourites to win the Oscar for Best Actress, but since I saw Babylon a few days ago, that then shifted to Margot Robbie. But now it's so clear to me that Cate Blanchett deserves every Best Actress award this season for this performance. I don't think it's very far-fetched for me to say that this is the best performance of her career. She instills her anger and her passion into her mannerisms rather than her facial expressions or even her tone of voice. You can feel the underlying messages of the dialogue through her body movements, and it's fascinating to sit back and watch. While Tár does take some strange paths infrequently throughout the film, Blanchett is nothing but captivating, and it was honestly a pleasure to be watching her perform. The way she investigates the themes of the movie and how her obsession with perfection delves into affecting her personal life, not just with the characters close to her, but even the developing relationships that she either mends or breaks with those that she comes across, is invigorating. This truly gave Blanchett her time to shine.
I think that anyone ever felt compelled to substitute maestro with maestra. I mean, we don't call women astronauts, astronettes. But as to the question of gender bias, I really have nothing to complain about.
The story of obsession with perfection is a story trope that we've seen many times before with films like Whiplash, but Tár is able to capture a sense of reality that besets itself upon a backdrop of precision. The way Cate's performance flows, especially in the first two scenes that make up the first 40 minutes of the movie, you're instantly engaged with what she is teaching, composing, or instructing, and watching the movie never becomes a chore, but instead you have a feeling of anticipation to see what happens next. The way her precision eradicates her career in ways that she doesn't expect from the beginning to the end is magnificent, because even though it never seems apparent from the beginning, the distinct sections of downfall are so obviously on display without the viewer taking note of it. It's these subtleties that make Tár stand out from other movies like it, and while Cate Blanchett's performance is certainly its most powerful asset, the story, dialogue, cinematography, score, and pacing all stand on their own brilliantly. It isn't a cliche for me to say that it felt like Cate Blanchett commanded this film, influencing everything about it from the runtime to the exquisite execution of the dialogue.
She's become particularly well known for commissioning contemporary work from, among others, Jennifer Higdon, Caroline Shaw, Julia Wolfe, and Hildur Guðnadóttir. And she's made a point of programming their works alongside composers of the canon. She's been quoted as saying, "These composers are having a conversation, and it may not always be so polite."
Tár was not a movie that I was expecting to enjoy so much. In a time where so many movies are leaning towards reaching a 3-hour runtime with Avatar: The Way of Water, The Fabelmans and Babylon, Tár also went for that goal and captures its audience in the best ways by exploiting its most positive attributes to the furthest extent that they could, making for pure and honest cinema for which this is bound to be remembered as a classic. Cate Blanchett gives this role everything she has and defines a performance that will be remembered for many years to come. This is her masterpiece, and it was a true pleasure to witness her in this seamless, consistent consistent and brilliantly paced film. Were it not for the mastery within The Fabelmans holding up on multiple rewatches, Tár would have secured the top spot for my favourite film of 2023 so far, so I'll give Tár a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you all so much for watching. Are you going to see Tár? Let me know below. As always, be sure to have a look at my previous reviews of Babylon and Operation Fortune Ruse de Guerre. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Letterboxd and Instagram for all of my latest movie reviews. This has been Kia's Reviews, signing off for now.
Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.